Hello, my name is Princess. I'm going to discuss insecurities today, particularly insecurity in women. There are three types of insecurities that I have identified in women. There's the physical insecurities, the insecurities about their relationship, and the money and career insecurities, or insecurities about money and career. Well, the last group is not usually common, but it comes on in life at a certain point in life for women. I know most of the time it's the men who experience money and career insecurities, or money and career and all that, but it also happens for women too. Okay, let me just quickly run through the physical insecurities for women. You have the woman is insecure about her sexuality, which is her ability to be desired. This is why you see most of the time women are constantly measuring themselves against other women. It's because of the sexual desirability in women. That's why you find that all the time. For instance, you have the wives most of the time are measuring themselves against um, side chicks, and you also have the insecurity about age. That is why anti-aging products are selling, really selling. We have women are also insecure about their weight, which is why you have some women always wanting to stay on point, stay fit, stay slim. Some want to be at certain want to be curvy, and some women who are already curvy want to go down to become skinny and all that stuff. Well, there's also the insecurity about our hair. The part of the world where I come from, we have dark hair, we have black, we have brown, we have dark brown, and we also have the gray hair. The gray hair starts coming at a certain age for the woman, so she's also insecure about her hair. About the color of the eyes, yes, the woman is also insecure. There's also insecurity about the color of the eyes, but where I come from, we have mostly um, brown eyes, dark brown eyes, or I don't think we have. Do we have black pupils? Well, but in other parts of the world, you have other colors of the eyes, like the blue eyes, the gray eyes. I've seen gray eyes in the part of the world where I come from. Yeah, gray eyes. Yes, gray eyes, brown eyes. Like I have brown eyes, light brown eyes. Um, Also, the height. The woman is also insecure about her height. Some are on the lower part of 5 feet, like 5 feet 1, 5 feet 2. They get worried that they're not so tall, and some are 5 feet 7, 8, 9, 10, getting to 6 feet, and start getting worried that, oh, they're becoming too tall. They might not be able to find men that will match that height. So those are the insecurities, physical insecurities that women suffer. There are also the concerns about the size of the breast. Um, that's also part of the insecurities. We also have the size of the bum, which is why you see a lot of women doing cosmetic surgery these days. It's because of the insecurity. Then you have when a woman is in a new relationship, She expresses worries and concerns about, well, whether the man is going to call her back. She also expresses concerns about, does he just want does he just want her for, pleasure, like a one-off thingy or something like that, or is he interested in really really dating her or going out with her? Is he dating? If they've gone out on dates, is it going to advance into something else? Is it going to lead to a long-term relationship? Those are her concerns when it comes to relationship. Also, there's this one that is always there. There is always, that is, is he still attracted to her? She's also worried about that, which is why you find most of the time women who are married, um, most of the time infidelity causes problems in marriage. Like, they want to know if their husband is still interested, is still attracted to them, or has he gone out, has he been cheating, has he been having an affair, and is the woman outside more attracted to the husband or not? It's also part of the insecurity in the woman. Now, I talked about the money and career earlier on. Yes, it happens for the woman as well. At a certain point in life, the woman gets somehow insecure about her career and, money. There's also the intellectual life, insecurity about intellectual life. Sometimes you find a woman trying to think about her intellectual life, like, she's trying to measure up. Is she trying to measure up? Is she up to the her male counterpart, maybe in career wise, or in the office and all that? Sometimes that has been identified in women also. And then the creative life as well. The creative life, insecurity about creative life comes to is a lot more in women who are creative, like journalists, like my type of thing, like what I'm doing right now, like photographers, like painters. Sometimes in life, a woman gets worried about her creative life as well. But beyond all of these, there are also things that cause insecurity. I'd like to look at the things that cause insecurity. Why are humans so insecure? Why are women so insecure? Why are men insecure? Um, well, there are a few things I need to say about this. One of the reasons why people are so insecure, or maybe women are so insecure, or men are so insecure, is past criticisms and accusations. If you have ever been criticized in the past, you would understand what I'm trying to talk about. When people begin to criticize you or accuse you, or you get to a point where you're trying to do your best, you're putting your best effort, and it's still not pleasing to some people, um, you get bullied, still not, if you ever get to a point where you feel like you're going to give up because all that you're doing is not pleasing to your parents or relatives or teachers or bullies or your boss, if you ever get shut down where you're trying to express yourself in a meeting, criticisms like that create insecurity in humans, particularly in women. That's one. Two, a lot of criticisms then lead to negative self-image. When you become too criticized, you become too conscious of criticisms, when you have not developed um, to the point of, you know, being strong for yourself, you tend to develop negative self-image. Talk about when people, criticize you to the point that you accept those criticisms and you begin to think that something is actually wrong with you. You know, that kind of situation. When someone keeps telling you, maybe you are dumb, you are ugly, you are a failure, it tends to go into you. You tend to accept it as a fact, unless you work on yourself. Unless you work on yourself, you tend to believe that you actually have become those things that people are constantly, criticizing you about. Now that brings me to my third point, which is the need to be approved, need for approval. Humans like approval. Everybody likes approval. It's normal, but it shouldn't be to the extent that you begin to seek approval for everything you do in life. I mean, you seek validation, most especially women, you seek validation in nearly everything you do. You seek approval. You seek, when you get to that point, when criticisms hit you to the point of having negative self image, then you begin to seek approval. That's the point you actually begin to think, oh, whatever you do is wrong. So that insecurity has really eaten deep into you at that point. Now, my fourth point is social media. With social media, it's not any easier. People compare themselves to their idols, to their role models, to actors, to actresses, to musicians, to big business moguls, to celebrities. People compare themselves. People constantly compare themselves. Look, for instance, you want to be a model. You want to be like a model. You want to be like that model that you see on television, or you want to be like that person you see on billboards. You want to be like that person you see on Facebook and all that stuff. We are constantly being exposed to these celebrities. So if you do not take, if you do not rein in your insecurities, you tend to want to compare yourself, particularly the young ones, young women. You tend to want to compare yourself to these people. Well, the thing is, you really cannot measure yourself with another human being. You can measure, you can compete with yourself, in the sense that you want to be better than yourself. You want to be better than what you were yesterday. You want to develop yourself further so that you can be better than what you had been over the years. Yes. Well, people have idols they want to look up to, or people they look up to. They want to achieve. People who have achieved, and you want to achieve like so and so person has achieved. But you cannot compare yourself with that person, is what I'm trying to say. Because it is a whole lot of issues trying to compare yourself with someone else. You can only be better. You can only be, work for yourself, work on yourself, and try to be better than who you were, instead of trying to compete with someone else. Well, I don't think it's so healthy, because you don't know what that person is doing. You don't know how that person got to where he or she is. You don't know how that woman got to where she is, and you want to be like that woman. People say to me, "Oh, I want to be like you. I want to be like you." You don't know. For instance, people want to look like a model. You don't know what the models go through. You don't know how the diet is. You don't know the bone structures. So you cannot say, oh, I want to be like this person. If you have large bones, for instance, you cannot want to be skinny. There's no way you can be skinny because your bone structure is not built to be skinny. This is what I'm trying to say. So do not compare yourself with someone else. Well, you can look up to someone. You can look up to a role model and say, oh, I would like to achieve this, I'd like to achieve that in life. But you can't say, I want to be like this person per se. If you understand what I'm trying to explain. Yes, you can say, oh, I would like to achieve one, two, three things in life, when I get to a certain age, because this person has achieved, so I'd like to. So you work on yourself to be able to achieve those things. Not that you now be constantly comparing yourself with that person. No, you run your race and that person is running his or her own race in life. Okay? So, well, that brings me to my I think that was point number 4, right? That brings me to point number 5. People are also insecure because they lack trust. When people criticize you and abandon you and reject you, and reject your ideas or suggestions, and constantly make you feel like you are inadequate, you tend to lose trust in such people. And over time, when you see people, when you meet people, even people that you rarely know, you tend not to even trust. Well, a lot of us do not trust, but it's good to trust at least one or two people. If you're in a relationship, trust is usually the foundation, of a relationship. So at least trust to some extent. You need to trust to some extent. Okay, so I was saying that when you lack trust because of all these things that you have gone through, because of the past criticisms, because of accusations, false accusations, because of negative self-image that you have developed as a result of these accusations and past criticisms, because of the need to be approved, and because you want to compare yourself with people. When all these things accumulate, you tend to lose trust in people. You tend to lose trust in even yourself. So every time you make a statement, or even if you know that that statement is a fact, you tend to second guess yourself. You tend to doubt yourself. You tend to um, not know who you really are. You tend to not know your capabilities and your abilities, and you tend to lose yourself. So these are why people are insecure in themselves. Also, you tend to become self-doubt. You doubt yourself. You doubt yourself as a result of all the above points that I have mentioned. You tend to not accept yourself. So even when you know you are right or correct, for instance, even when you know that you're saying something that you know is a fact or is a truth, because you have so badly been criticized and it has become part of you, and you have so badly been broken and so damaged, um, and it has led to so much insecurity in you, you tend to doubt yourself. And you tend to reject yourself somehow. This is not a good place to be, actually. When you're constantly called ugly, when you're constantly called fat, or constantly called lazy or dumb or things like that, you tend to actually accept it as yourself, you know. As you tend to accept that that is the fact about yourself. This is why um some girls, uh you know, who are some curvy girls who get bullied perhaps in school and all that, um, tend to find it much more difficult, with insecurity. This is really wrong. This is unhealthy. This is unhealthy. This is unhealthy. This is so unhealthy. However, there are ways to come out of it. There are ways to come out of insecurities. Perhaps in our next episode, um, we'll talk about that. Well, thank you for listening. Please do not forget to. No, before I say this, let me thank the people who have subscribed to this channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. Please, um, if you haven't subscribed, please just subscribe now. Subscribe now. Subscribe. Just press your subscription button right now and turn on the notification bell so that you'll get an alert as soon as I upload my next video. Thank you so much for listening. Stay safe. Please pause and meditate on the things that I have said, the reasons why people are insecure. When I come back again, I'm going to, talk more about, insecurity in women. Thank you very much. Keep safe, remain safe, and stay safe. Peace. Shalom.